Every time you shuffle down the jet bridge, odds are you're doing at least one of these 11 things wrong. They seem harmless, until you're freezing solid, gulping, questionable coffee, or watching your sandwich ride a tray table that once held somebody's bare feet. Flight attendants have front row seats to these fails every day, and I'm here to spill the tea. The bottled kind, trust me. So your next trip feels less like survival and more like travel. Ready? Let's roll. Mistake number 1. Closing that little air vent above your head because you're cold. You might think you're blocking germs, but you're actually turning off your own personal force field. That stream of air is heavily filtered through HEPA systems, removing over 99.9% of bacteria and viruses, and it creates an invisible barrier that pushes airborne particles away from you and down to the floor. Here's the fix. Keep the vent on a low or medium setting and aim it just in front of your face. You'll create a protective air cone without freezing your nose off. Mistake number 2. Wearing shorts to stay comfortable. Airplane seats are not deep cleaned after every flight. Think of all the people who have sat there before you, leaving behind who knows what on the fabric. All that exposed skin is more exposed to germs. The fix? Wear long, comfortable pants. It creates a simple, effective barrier between you and the seat's history, keeping your skin clear of mystery grime. Mistake number 3. Stashing your phone, snacks, or book in the seat back pocket. This pocket is the airplane's junk drawer, and it rarely gets cleaned out. Flight attendants report finding everything from dirty tissues and used diapers to old food in there. Using it is like reaching into a stranger's trash can. The fix: keep your personal items in your carry-on bag at your feet. That way, the only thing your phone picks up is the airport Wi-Fi, not a collection of germs. Mistake number 4. Falling asleep before the plane even leaves the ground. Takeoff and landing are, the most critical phases of flight, and you need to be awake and aware in the rare case of an emergency. Plus, the rapid pressure changes can wreak havoc on your eardrums if you're not awake to swallow or yawn to equalize them. So, the fix: save your nap for cruising altitude. Wait until the seatbelt sign turns off, and then feel free to drift off. Your ears and your safety will be better for it. Mistake number 5. Snagging the window seat without packing a hoodie. That wall you're leaning on? Outside air is around minus 60 degrees Celsius at cruise. Aluminum loves sharing the love, so your shoulder turns into an ice cube in about 20 minutes. The fix? Pack an extra layer or hit the call button for a blanket the second the door shuts. You'll stay cozy and skip the awkward "can we please share your blanket?" conversation with a stranger. Mistake number 6. Ordering the hot drinks. Studies have found that the water tanks used for coffee and tea are rarely cleaned, which can allow bacteria like E. coli to grow. Translation: you're sipping microbial soup. Grab a sealed water or juice instead. Your gut will send a thank you card somewhere over Kansas. Mistake number 7. Treating the tray like a clean plate. Those tables get wiped, occasionally, maybe. Studies have shown they are one of the most bacteria-ridden surfaces on a plane, sometimes dirtier than a toilet. Between flights, they can double as diaper-changing stations, sneeze guards, or footrests. Pack a couple of antibacterial wipes, give it a quick swipe, and keep your food on a napkin. 5 seconds now beats 3 days of stomach regret later. Mistake number 8. Inflating that neck pillow to max before boarding. Cabin pressure drops as we climb, so the air inside your fully puffed pillow expands. If it's too full, it can pop like a party balloon. Leave a little squish in it and top it off once we level off. You'll still support your neck without scaring the entire row half to death. Mistake number 9. Booking the red-eye just to save $20. Morning flights are more likely to leave on time, and honestly, they typically encounter smoother air. By the afternoon, delays tend to pile up, and turbulence can get more active as the sun heats the ground. Set the alarm, your schedule and your nerves will thank you. Mistake number 10. Clicking any available without thinking. Want off the plane first? Sit up front and you'll be sipping Starbucks while the back half waits for the aisle to move. Want service that feels personal? Slide to the rear. The crew has time to chat and might remember you like ginger ale, no ice. Decide what matters, speed or service, then pick with purpose. Mistake number 11. Gambling on mystery lasagna when you could order a special meal. Veggie, gluten-free, halal, whatever fits, comes in smaller batches, often tastes fresher, and is served first. While everyone else is peeling foil, you're already halfway through something that actually resembles food. Just request it online at least 24 hours ahead and you're golden.
Planes seem simple. You board, you fly, you land. But the truth is, there are unspoken rules at 30,000 feet most passengers break without even realizing. From dangerous in-flight mistakes to silent things that annoy every flight attendant. And it's not just about comfort. Some of these slip-ups can even get you kicked off the plane. So buckle up, because once you learn these 11 things, you'll never fly the same way again. Before we take off, hit that subscribe button, because no airline is going to warn you about this. You'd think this would be obvious, but somehow there's always that one person sprinting for the lav during boarding. Sure, maybe they were running late and didn't have time, but here's the thing. Flight attendants get in trouble if boarding takes too long. Seriously, they can be penalized. So when someone holds up the line because nature calls, everyone pays the price. The best time to go? Before you board. Trust us, and trust your bladder. Just because no one stopped you at the gate doesn't mean you're in the clear. 2 backpacks, 3 totes, a suitcase the size of a golden retriever? Yeah, no. When you hog the bin space, others are left juggling their stuff. And flight attendants get stuck playing luggage Tetris. Save yourself the glares and pack smart. Planes are sealed tubes of recycled air. So when you break out a tuna sandwich or a cologne explosion, everyone notices, even your socks, especially your socks. Sure, your feet are tired, but if those bad boys have been marinating all day, maybe keep them on. Being considerate isn't hard. Just pretend your grandma is sitting next to you. We get it. You're vibing to your playlist or deep into that movie. But when a flight attendant approaches, hit pause and take off the headphones. It's just basic respect. Plus, it helps them do their job without awkward hand signals or lip reading. They're not background noise. They're the reason things run smoothly. Hey, can I move over there? It might seem like a small request, but it drives flight attendants crazy. Your seat is assigned for a reason. Moving people around mid-flight causes confusion, delays, even safety issues. Want a window seat? Book early next time. Don't make them play musical chairs at 30,000 feet. That glowing seatbelt sign? It's not just a suggestion. It means sit down and stay safe, especially during takeoff, landing, or turbulence. Even flight attendants buckle up during bumps. So unless you're craving a surprise faceplant in the aisle, stay seated until it's safe to move. Flight attendants are there to help, but that doesn't mean you should buzz them like it's a game show. Need something important? Sure. But ringing nonstop for snacks or a second pillow? Come on. Yes, they know who's doing it. And yes, they might start ignoring it. Wouldn't you? There's a menu in your seat pocket for a reason. Plenty of time to look through it. So when the cart rolls up and you say, "What do you have?" you're slowing everything down. You wouldn't do that at a drive-thru. So don't do it here either. When they walk down the aisle with a trash bag, that's your cue. Hand them your garbage. Don't shove it into the seat back pocket like you're hiding evidence. And don't try to pass them your trash while they're handing out drinks. They don't have a secret trash pocket. Timing, people. It matters. Yeah, you've heard it a million times. You could probably recite it by heart. But ignoring it completely? Headphones on, chatting with your buddy, scrolling Instagram? That's not it. Safety briefings exist for a reason. You never know when you'll need that info. Pretend to care, or better yet, actually care. This one's the worst of them all. Tapping someone on the arm? Maybe. But touching their knee? Or ankle? That's just creepy. Would you grab your waiter at a restaurant like that? Exactly. Use your voice. Or the call button. Responsibly. Keep your hands to yourself. Remember the last time you squeezed into your airplane seat, bracing for hours in the sky? Sure, flying gets us there fast, but let's be real. It's not always a smooth ride. Crammed seats, crying babies, dry air. Sound familiar? That's why I've gathered 7 Flight Hacks airlines hope you never find out. and they'll change the way you fly forever. Quick heads up, if you love travel hacks like this, hit subscribe now so you never miss a trick airlines don't want you to know. Let's be real, nothing beats scoring the window seat. Clouds, cities, sunsets, it's unbeatable. It's like your own private nook in the sky, cozy, quiet, and all yours. But here's the catch. Window seats get cold, like shivering even with a blanket cold. Planes are engineering marvels, but comfort, that's not their strong suit. Up at 35,000 feet, the plane's outer shell can hit minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than Antarctica. You won't turn into an icicle, but that chill? It creeps in, especially on long hauls. But don't worry, this one's an easy fix. Just toss a light jacket or cozy sweater in your carry-on, even if you're flying to paradise. Better to be snug than stuck freezing in your seat for 6 hours. Bonus tip, forget your layer? Ask the flight attendant for a blanket. They've got your back. You've just buckled in, the plane's rolling toward takeoff, and the flight attendant hands you a hot drink. Sounds nice, right? Coffee, tea, it feels like first-class treatment. But before you take a sip, there's something you really need to know. That hot water? It usually comes from tanks that rarely, and I mean rarely, get properly cleaned. And it's not just rumors. Actual studies show that airplane water is kind of disgusting. We're talking E. coli, staph, and bacteria you definitely don't want floating in your tea. So what should you drink instead? Easy. Bottled water or sealed juice only. If it's sealed, it's safe, and way more refreshing than mystery tank water. Hydration's important, but not at the cost of gulping down germy water. So do yourself a favor. Go sealed, stay safe. All right, time for some airplane hygiene real talk. And it's not what you think. Everyone knows planes are flying germ factories, but you haven't heard the worst part yet. Because the filthiest spot on board? It's not the bathroom. Sure, the lavatory is gross, but there's a hidden hotspot that's way worse. It's that tray table you're about to eat off. Yep, that thing is a germ nightmare. Hundreds of hands touch it every day, and who knows what else has been on it. People eat off them. And yes, even change diapers on them. Flight crews try to clean, but trays often get skipped in the mad dash between flights. Runner-up for dirtiest spot? Those seat back pockets you're tempted to stuff everything into. We all toss snacks and phones in there, but those pockets are almost never cleaned. So how do you avoid these sneaky germ zones like a pro? It's simple. Just be prepared with a few easy moves. First, throw a pack of sanitizing wipes into your carry-on. Non-negotiable. Wipe that tray the second you sit down, and give the seatback pocket a once-over while you're at it. Let's be honest. Nothing kills vacation vibes faster than being trapped at the airport with a delayed flight. But what if I told you there's a ridiculously simple trick that slashes your chances of delays? It's all about timing, and most people get this part wrong. Flight delays snowball as the day goes on. One late plane leads to another, and another. One late flight in the morning triggers a ripple effect that can wreck your whole day, or even your entire trip. So here's the travel hack. Book the earliest flight you can, always. The earlier you're in the air, the less chance you'll hit any delays. It's that simple. And bonus, morning flights are usually smoother for anyone who hates turbulence. Morning air is calmer, which means your flight's smoother, quieter, and just plain better. You land on time, feel more rested, and start your trip off right. So next time you're booking, do yourself a favor. Wake up early and grab that morning flight. Everyone thinks the front of the plane is where all the perks are. Sure, first class gets the fancy seats, the champagne, the VIP treatment, but believe it or not, there's a secret perk to sitting in the back of the plane. Yep, those rear rows, they might actually get better service. When you're in the back, it's easier for crew to sneak you an extra snack or drink, without the whole cabin watching. And if the galley's behind you, crew is nearby ready to help, fast. No aisle traffic, no squeezing past carts. It just makes their job easier. Now sure, it's not first-class service, don't expect champagne, but if you want a smoother experience and maybe a little extra love from the crew, the back's where it's at. So next time you book, don't overlook the back. It might just surprise you. Let's talk neck pillows. That tiny travel essential that can make or break your flight. Inflatable neck pillows can be a total lifesaver when you're trying to sleep at 30,000 feet. They keep your head from bobbing around and help you avoid that dreaded neck cramp. But here's a travel fail you'll want to avoid. Never fully inflate your neck pillow before takeoff. As the plane climbs, cabin pressure drops, and the air inside your pillow expands. If it's fully inflated on the ground, it might literally pop mid-air. And yes, it happens. The fix? Super simple. Just leave a little wiggle room when inflating it. It might feel a bit squishy at first, but mid-air, it firms up just right for a comfy nap. One small adjustment now saves you a big mid-flight headache later.
If any of these just saved your next trip, tap like so more travelers see it and subscribe for weekly hacks that keep cash in your pocket and sanity intact. Know someone who's still a devout airplane coffee drinker? Send this their way. Safe travels, and I'll catch you at cruising altitude.